Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to give you a quick family update. This week we had family photos taken, and for all the other families out there, I don't know how your family feels about family photos, but mine kind of hates it. But we persist because it is my Christmas present to myself every year, and it is the one day that everyone has to wear what I say and act right for about 20 to 30 minutes, which is easier said than done. But I think I'll post some pictures. I think they turned out pretty cute. It's also Halloween week, so we did make a short trip to our favorite pumpkin patch. I will be honest, we were mostly motivated by the desire to get apple cider donuts and hot apple cider, which was not a thing in the South, but up here in the North or Pacific Northwest, it seems like all the pumpkin patches offer apple cider donuts and apple cider, and I am 100% here for it because the trip was worth it just for the donuts alone. But we also spent some time in the corn maze and took a few pictures running around, masks required. So I do feel like going to the pumpkin patch is something that we've done every year. My oldest is he's kind of growing a little bit out of that phase, so he wasn't thrilled about going, but we did it. So, and it was fun and worth it. My husband and I also worked on a little home project that I didn't really plan it out. I just saw something online and decided I wanted to do it. And so we did it last weekend, and it's super bright and colorful, and I definitely am going to change the shade of green that I have in there right now. Picking paint colors is hard. Picking green paint colors is particularly hard. Maybe not quite as hard as grays or even whites, but green, I wanted something a little darker. So we're going to repaint that part, but I like it as is. And I used there's this woman I follow on Instagram, and she has a method for painting straight lines, and I used her methods, and I feel like we did a pretty good job with the lines, and it was super satisfying to pull that tape down. So yay for Halloween. Not quite sure what we're going to do this year. We'll probably maybe trick or treat just to our few neighbors right here around with our street and the next street over, and then have a little gathering with our family that we're sharing our quarantine pod with. So yeah, feels like a weird year for Halloween, but Nico is going to be a dinosaur. Nora and her cat Nova are going to be witches, which is adorable. And my oldest has not yet decided if he wants to do a costume. So I think we'll probably set out a table with some bags on it, little piles of candy for individual trick-or-treaters that come by our house. Our neighborhood is a big Halloween neighborhood, one of the most popular Halloween streets in our entire city. So it's definitely gonna be a little bit sad this year, but we're still trying to make a little Halloween magic for the kids, and we're still definitely dressing up. Also, as part of my Archive Hive project that I'm working on, the Archive Hive is sort of the name that I've given the community that I want to build surrounding the holidays. So as part of the Hive this year, I was trying to have random individuals share Halloween memories. So my daughter and I made some Halloween postcards, and they are stamped, and they have little writing prompts on them. This one says, "Tell me about your favorite Halloween costume ever." So we're going to drop some of those off in our neighborhood and see if we get any responses back. So we're pretty pumped about that. I hope that that's going to be a lot of fun. The kids and I also are going to fill out our archive for our own personal archive Hive Journal for Halloween. And like if you've watched any of the videos before, you kind of know that this book archives about 20 years of Halloweens, and it's more geared towards kids. Lots of big writing, lots of space to write about where you trick or treat, what your favorite candy is that year, and a space for space for highlights from the year. And then probably my favorite part is this sort of blank page for pictures, and or I'm debating on having my daughter draw something here if she wants to, of herself and her cat Nova in costume, because that she's really into drawing and animation this year, and I don't want to forget her sweet little kitty drawings. So we're going to be passing out postcards, and we'll be filling this out on Saturday or Sunday, maybe after the holiday. Okay, what we're reading, the kids and I are still in the midst of Harry Potter 6, The Half-Blood Prince, and we are just at some super awkward tension between Ron and Hermione and Harry and Jenny. So it's highly entertaining to listen to my kids' commentary while we read those things. What I'm reading is a book called this week. I'm listening to a book with the title Eloquent Rage by Brittany Cooper, and the subtitle is A Black Feminist Discovers Her Superpower. I'll put a picture of the cover right here, but it was an amazing read. The author and I are the exact same age, so for me, I definitely identified with her voice a lot. She writes about how pop culture influenced her life growing up, and then she just talks about her lived experiences as a Black woman, and how she personally channels her rage, her eloquent rage, into her superpower. What we're watching this week, we are still into Schitt's Creek. We are in season 3 and going slow and savoring. Still highly, highly recommend if you haven't seen it yet. I think maybe I'm the only person in the world who hasn't seen it yet, but even if you have seen it, quarantine is a great time for a rewatch. So season 3, hilarious. Last but not least, the do-good item of the week just continues with the election. The election is next week, and I've been working mainly within the app called Hustle with my Get Out the Vote and Moms Demand crew on texting people who either haven't voted yet or who have requested a ballot but have not turned it back in yet. So we're just trying to reach out to those people and get them to vote. And I also ask that you consider voting if you are not, if you have not done that already. Here in Oregon, we vote by mail, so we already dropped our votes in the ballot box, and we are anxiously awaiting November 3rd. Definitely high on the list of things that I'm anxious about this week is the election. So I encourage you all, if you have not, to go to iwillvote.com and get yourself to the polls. All right. I think that's it for this week. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. I hope that y'all have a happy Halloween and that you enjoy whatever activities you feel comfortable doing, whether it's your normal trick-or-treating or just, I've seen some cool things like people setting up scavenger hunts for their kids and sort of like Easter egg hunts, but just with candy around their house, or having small little parties with your pod people like we're doing. I hope that you have a great Halloween, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.